Hi, my name is Gabriela from Tulip Art Designs and you are welcome back to my creative channel. Here I'm showing you watercolor sketching ideas. We do small projects and I'm giving you tips and tricks for your free time. Today is a special day. I just received a nice gift and I wanted to share with you how I'm gonna use it. So if you are curious what Art Toolkit is, then stay with me and I will show you all the details. Let me just switch the camera so I can open it. I'm also checking on my screen if you can see quite well. So this Art Toolkit is a very nice small watercolor palette. So you can see it's just big as my hand, even it's smaller, just like a business card size. And it's very tiny. Like I do have a wooden travel palette, which is probably 3 times thicker. The width is definitely 3 times bigger. So this one I was quite excited because well, the summer is coming and we are about to have a few trips and vacations, so I thought I need something very small, very practical. And now you have this in different colors, but I have to say that this is not sponsored. I just get this from my mom from 8th of March as a gift, and I wanted to share with you how I will fill it with my favorite colors. Now this one has 14 pots where I can add watercolor. You also have half size or the square or even bigger. You have a bigger palette that you can check out on their website. But I also like that this is a mixing area here, so that's quite nice, and you can close it. And it's I chose the black design, which is quite nice. I usually go for dark blue, black, white. These are kind of my colors. Now I already selected, let me just see if all of the colors are in the frame. So I have most of the colors from my Mary collection, but I wanted 3 extra colors, so I just decided to take from my Cotman Winsor & Newton Cotman collection. It's a student grade watercolor paint, but it's a very good one. So now I will start filling my palette, and to make it nice I will use a toothstick. So I am just thinking that maybe, because I want to make it quite perfect, I will remove these. They are on a magnet, so actually they will not, you know, move in your pocket when you are on the walk. So let me just take these out. And I will take one. What I am doing, let me just make space. So I will put a little bit of paint. You probably don't see very well, but I will put a little bit of paint like this, and I will use my toothbrush and try to fill the whole thing like this, and to make it even everywhere. These are quite nice and creamy watercolors, so I can add a little bit more. So let's see if I can really make them nice and even. I hope you can definitely see. So this color is the burnt umber. And most of them are in my ceramic palette, the one that I'm using every day, and also the one you see on my tutorials or on my Patreon watercolor classes. I'm so focused. It's actually a bit hard, this one, but let's see, I will do my best to make it nice and even. With the toothpick, I am just moving it around, trying to let all the air out. So making it nice is actually not so easy with this one. Every time when I look at some videos, it always looks so easy to do this thing, but I guess it just looks easy. Okay, I think something like this is already fine. Now I have a towel here to clean my fingers. Before I put this back in the palette, I will wait for it to dry completely. I hope 24 hours will be enough. So I will put it on the side. I will clean the toothpick, although I have enough. So let me just take another one and fill one more color. So this was the burnt umber. The next one is Payne's Gray. So let's see how this will go. My Mary Blue colors are my favorite. Okay. Don't stress if you are getting your fingers dirty, that's gonna be fine. But basically that's what I will do with all of the paints, just going very gentle with the toothbrush, moving around the paint. Right. Maybe you don't see now. So, like this. Okay. I leave it here. I will try to put them in the order I like. So I will do this with all the colors. The next one is indigo, and then I have my Prussian blue, then I have ultramarine. This is Hooker's green from my Mary Blue. This is green goat. Then the permanent yellow deep. I also have primary yellow, yellow ochre, of course, and then permanent red light. This one is a rose madder, alizarin red, I am loving it. Then a rose lake, and I have the oxygen purple. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing all the names properly. Let's just do my indigo. because these are quite small. It's a little bit hard to work, but it's fine. Okay, I think it's going quite okay. Like this. Okay, so this thing I will do with all the colors, and then I will show you how my palette will look in the end. Okay, I just filled all of the pans, and I will leave them to dry for at least 24 hours, and then I will put them back in the little pocket box. I will just leave them to air dry. I'm not gonna use my heat gun or anything else. I will just put them here on the side and wait until tomorrow. So when they are dry, I will come back and put them back. So just stay with me for the next part of the video. I can't wait to just make my little palette complete. While the paints are drying, I will swatch all the colors so you will see what I have in my palette. So let me start with the warm colors. Let me have my water and my towel closer. So let's start with the darker warm colors. I have burnt umber, I will wash my brush and just make a nice swatch. And of course it can get darker if I just add in some of the paint. Okay, then I have my Rose Lake. Like this. So these colors I just picked them after some time that I work with my colors, but if you have some other colors that you like, you can definitely just use them and make your own travel palette. Then I have the alizarin red, like this. Then it's the permanent, let me check, permanent red light. You can see that, sometimes I'm still struggling with the names, but that's okay. You don't really need to know all of the names to be able to paint with these colors, so don't get stressed out too much when you are hearing someone telling you all the names about the colors and you're like, oh, do I have it? Do I need to buy? You don't really need to buy hundreds of colors. Actually, if you have less, then it will be less overwhelming. The next color is yellow ochre. It's one of my favorites. And then I have, let me just pick it from here to make sure I am saying it properly, permanent yellow deep, this one. It's a really nice deep color, very rich yellow. Okay. The next one is the primary yellow. I don't have the primary red or blue, but that's okay. I am messing around with my sketchbook. It's because I was feeling the pans for my travel palette, and now I have all this paint around my fingers, but that's okay. So this is a little bit cooler yellow. And then we have golden green, this one. It's a very nice, very warm green. And then hooker's green, it's this one. Okay. And then I have, this one is the ultramarine. This blue is from my Winsor & Newton Cotman collection, so I will just pick a little bit to paint for my swatch because my pen didn't dry yet. Okay. So Winsor & Newton are student grade watercolor paints. They are more affordable and they are very good for beginners. I started with them and then I moved to my Mary Blue. I have been trying different ones, but for now my Mary Blue are my favorites, although I didn't complete my whole collection, so that's why I have some from my old paints. That's okay. Then I have Prussian Blue. I will actually take from my palette here. So I kind of have a little bit more warm blue and a little bit more cooler blue. So this one here, the Prussian Blue, is cooler than this one. They're both blue, but this one is a bit closer to the warm colors. Then I have Indigo, which is also from my Cotman collection. It's a very dark blue, but I am loving it. When you mix indigo with the rest of the colors, you get very nice rich colors. That's why I decided to keep it and to add it to my travel palette. It's a very nice color to use for shadows, so I am just loving this one. Then we have, sorry, I don't need to open this one because I have it here. My favorite Payne's Gray. It has a blue undertone, so it's kind of similar to indigo, but then indigo is a little bit cooler than the Payne's Gray. Okay. And the last one is the purple I have, and I have here dioxazine purple, dioxazine. Correct me in the comments if I am not pronouncing this right. This purple is a very nice, vibrant color. Okay. So these are the colors I have on my travel palette sketch. So palette. These are the colors that I have on my travel palette. Okay, travel watercolor palette. So what is nice to see? Let me just zoom in a little bit. I kind of have warmer and cooler green. This one is also a little bit darker. This is a little bit brighter. I also have cool and warm yellow. It's the same for the red. And I also have the magenta, or this one is the rose lake, which is a little bit tuned down color. I just like a little bit muted colors. Then my yellow ochre and the burnt umber colors that I just can't miss to have on my palette. And then the ultramarine from my Cotman collection, and the Prussian blue, which is also, this is the warm and then this is the cooler. And of course for these two I have a cooler and a warmer tone. And then the purple, which I decided this time to add it because here on my palette that I'm using every day I don't have purple, and I usually mix it, but I thought maybe for my travel palette I will have purple. So let's see how often I'm gonna use it. Yeah, now what is left is just to wait for my pans to dry completely, and then tomorrow I will put them back in the palette. So I think in a few seconds I will show you this. For me, I will film it tomorrow, so I can't really wait for this part. Okay, so I am not so patient as usual, and I can't really wait 24 hours. I definitely recommend for you to wait for 24 hours before try to move this, but I can't. So I will try to move all my paints inside the palette now, and I hope that I will not mess it around. But I'm very careful moving them. For now it goes fine, but I am a bit worried for the second row. Let me just zoom in. I really can't wait for me to go out and sketch something and to use my travel sketching kit. I do have my tools that I usually take with me. So next Sunday I will share with you what I have there, but now let me just finish this. Ooh. Okay, I think this turned out great. I'm just checking it on the camera to make sure that you are seeing what I am seeing. It's, yeah, for sure a bit different. I only wanted to show you that. I will just pick some paint from here. That here you can mix, and look, you don't have this effect when you use, wait, I will show you on another palette. I have a new one here for my new coming course that I will clean afterwards, but here and here, so this was a very nice area to mix my paint. And when it's these plastic palettes and you take some paint and you want to mix, then you can see that it just goes. Let's try with another color as well. It creates a little bit these little bubbles inside, and if you want to mix a bigger area, then the paint just goes away in small pieces, so it's a little bit hard to mix the color. This goes away with the time. There are also some tricks to fix it. Let's just not go too much into details. The point was that this here, the mixing palette, is great. How you can clean it is just use some water and clean paper towel or towel. Then you just clean it completely. You add some water and you dry it with the clean and dry. part and it's just like new. So I'm definitely in love, and I for sure can't wait to go out and sketch something. Let me know if you need a video for this, or if you want me to show you how I sketch a building, or maybe something related to nature. Just tell me in the comments. I'm just curious, what do you want to see me painting with this palette? So that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned how to create your own travel sketching palette. It's always nice to have something small, something that you can take with you on the way, to make sure that you will have your creative moment even when you are on a vacation or somewhere on the go. Consider subscribing for my channel so you will not miss any of the other videos, and check out my Patreon for exclusive classes and templates. I hope to see you next time again. Bye, have a nice day.